Hello, hi there, it's me, it's Dave, or the Jaded Rabbit. God bless you, my friends. Thank you kindly for clicking on this video, for spending some of your Sunday with me. Yes, I just can't get enough of talking about Mortal Kombat 1. I have had many people tell me shut up about this game, but I refuse. I still play this game. $600 I spent on this game. Within, 2 weeks of this game's release, I am going to get my money's worth. I am going to get absolutely everything I can with little effort because Mortal Kombat 1 is brain dead. There is no other way to define the gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1 other than brain dead. In PvP, in PvE, and that's it, because there's no multiplayer. But in those two modes of Combat League and Invasions, everything is so brain dead. Why is this? So, David Zaslav has told us before, I keep on going back to his words because we should be looking at the corporate policies that dictate how games are made. This reveals so many answers. And if you have seen my previous videos, Gen Z is... Not everyone in Gen Z is bad. I love me, my Gen Z brothers and sisters who are willing to ask questions and not just consume. I think a lot of people are just falling into this consumerism behavior, and they're willing to write off all of the bad stuff of Mortal Kombat 1, like bad character design, including their faces, bad player progression, bad gameplay design. Like, there's just so many things wrong with it. LGBT pandering, DEI politics. There's so many things wrong with the game, but everyone is just willing to say, oh, well, it looks beautiful. The stages are beautiful. Some of the stages, some of the characters look good. Where? Where do they look good? Underneath what dark light are they appearing good? What dim alleyway are they looking good? No. I don't see it. The story's good. Some people say that. Story's not good. Full of politics. Dominic Gianchiolo ensured that. But the gameplay itself is not promising within Mortal Kombat. Like, what are you going to do? Add short hop attacks? What, everyone's going to get a short hop attack? with the story expansion? Like, how delusional must we be as fans to expect for entire mechanics to be added to the game? Like, how do you fix something like fighter mastery? Like, how? The more I think upon these things, the more it becomes clear that this game is meant for Gen Z babies, because this is really no difficulty in the game, in PvP or PvE, because the game is supposed to have peaks and valleys. There are supposed to be times where you jump on for invasions, you play a season, and then, like, when you're done with the season and you're done with stupid Combat League, because now it's super short with first to two, for which I am grateful, but I respect people's opinions about having first to three. First to three was definitely an interesting beast, but I thought it was... the way the rewards are positioned on the tiers versus how long you have to play, like, things were not properly balanced in terms of reward and time investment with Combat League, at least in Season 1. Season 2, it's like, you do the stuff, then you're done. What are you supposed to do? You go play the mobile game? Oh, you like Shang Tsung? Okay, well, you can go collect him in MK Onslaught. Like, that's the intention. Like, this game is a huge, huge form of psychological warfare. because it's meant to condition people to just purchase, consume. And in fact, we saw yesterday they're hiring senior software engineer who is experienced in DLC pipeline development, including publishing, purchasing, and consuming store products. They have to be skilled in doing all of that. What? Like, they care about this monetization shit real upfront before other things. Then it's politics, then maybe gameplay. I am just so shocked. But Mortal Kombat 1 truly has no difficulty. Like, if you want to if you want to see the game, like, here, take a look at the game. This is what you're greeted with when you first enter the game. You have this BS. Purchase, right? Purchase. Your Liu Kang social credit is going to be revoked at the end of the season, so you better use it. Right? Like, how garbage. This is part of the gameplay, my friends. You can't defend the gameplay if you're greeted with that immediately upon your entrance. You know, like Street Fighter 6, when you jump into the game, like, what do you get? Like, you get free things. They're like, oh, we have a collaboration with so-and-so. Here's a free burrito that you can style into a penis. Like, Street Fighter 6 cares about me. But this game don't care about me. So, like, the problem here with PvP, it's so boring. Everyone's doing the same thing. I don't understand how people are enjoying Combat League when it's basically the same thing from MK11. It's the same structure. It's the same matchmaking. It's the same, just with less. You get less rewards, less challenge. There's no season challenge. Instead, rewards are, and the skins are now just, they seem unattainable because who the hell wants to play the Elder God? I get you, babes, if you want to play the Elder God. Yes, of course. Combat League is truly exploitative, taking advantage of both the cameo system, unbalanced cameo system, and the matchmaking. You can just have really easy times, and you can get to Elder God. The strategy that I've developed with exploiting Combat League, surprise, surprise, I did not create it first. I saw Elder Gods employing this. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll just do this and go as far as I want to go. But yeah, this is really like the shocking thing because people are praising the gameplay when the PvP is just so brain dead. Check out our previous stream. Like we did basically nothing and we got just a stone's throw away from champion. But yeah, you can totally take advantage of the gameplay of PvP, whether it be through the matchmaking or with the cameo system. This is mind-boggling that the cameo system is in Combat League and people enjoy this. I could see this as its own separate mode, right? Like casual versus King of the Hill cameo. But the reason why it's front and center is because the cameo system is meant to be broken because it's a revenue stream. This is how they double their expectations of engaging a certain amount of players, because if they have double the roster, then they'll have double the players. This is their thinking. Read the interviews with Dominic Cianciolo. This is what these people are thinking about these characters. Anyways, so it's so brain dead. It's so simple. Like, let's not even talk about Invasions, maybe, but I guess we will. But Invasions is so brain dead. And people look at this as the savior of the live service game that is Mortal Kombat 1. That, oh, we're going to get rewards every season. Oh, we're going to get the same mesas. Maybe one new mesa each season. That sounds a little too hopeful in my opinion. But do the same thing over and over to get slightly different colored reskins. Fabulous. The only good thing that comes from Invasions is the costume number 3 palette swaps. Same thing for Combat League. Those are the only good things. Those skins. The costume number 3 that we were supposed to have been given since day 1, but they choose to drip feed to us. But if you want it, you can just go watch the story mode, because they're wearing those outfits. But okay, people don't want to call it what it is, and then they say the story is good. No, the story is false advertising. It shows you a bunch of things that you can't play with. Like, where's Melina's Sundo Festival costume? Where's Johnny Cage's sombrero hat? Sundo Festival costume. Right? Like, where are all of those costumes? Where is the Wuxi Academy costume for Raiden and Kenshi? Like, we just have to wait with our hands on our under our butts, or playing MK Mobile or MK Onslaught, right? God, this game is so brain dead. Where was the difficulty here? This thing? Seasonal Tower? What? This thing? Level 229. I have watched Miss Potter. I have watched Under the Greenwood Tree. I have watched Jane Eyre. I have watched a lot of British romances, okay? I was not actually playing the game, but I've somehow gotten to level 229. Not hard, because there's nothing hard about this. Oh, I think it's important that even before we get into this, you should know that I've just been playing, not actively. I did hand grind this, but I did not have fun. I was watching other things on TV. But yes, Prime Video helped me out. Okay, so let's do this one match. And I hate people on the internet talking or explaining single player, because they don't do the testing. They don't know all the values. They read a Reddit post and then they make a video about it. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. Gen Z. What can you say about Gen Z that hasn't already been said? Okay, so we're 1031. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. What are these numbers? What is the purpose of anything in single player when you're getting numbers like this? What is this? Like, I could level up a fighter in like 2 matches for sure. Or 1 match. I'm not sure. This is like, the numbers are just insane. Right? Okay, let's talk a little bit about the other category, because I think this is one thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that you get points, yes, of course, for being flawless, but you also get XP for fatal blows, fatal blow round enders. I mean, like, there is like some little nuance here, but it's not really significant, because here I am sitting at level 1031. What does it mean? I face no difficulty in getting that. In fact, the hardest part was probably my electricity bill. Like, what is this? I have 35 million coin. What is this game? This game is just a broken hamster wheel that will infinitely keep spinning, giving you the same BS content, what, every season? Season 3? What, it's coming out in a couple of days. You really think your little survey responses are going to make them change anything in what, 4 days? It's mind-blowing how some people are so delusional to support this game or support any aspect of it, whether it be PvP or PvE. This shit is broken all sorts of ways. Oh my god. Okay, so let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Okay. CJ Rocky singing Green Rabbit. OMG, yes. Green Arrow is my new picture. Yay. I love that Stephen Amell guy. Do you know the guy from Arrow? He's ML? Yeah. Oh, and he like does the climb up. Oh, he married the girl from America's Next Top Model who cried during her makeover, Cassandra. I know these things. CJ, hi, it's me, Dave, or the Jaded Rabbit. God bless you, my friends. Yes, you got me. Farah, hello. Thank you, Farah. I hope you're having a great day. I love me some Mommy Jaded. Title is 100% accurate. Johnny Cage, Ashra, etc. Free rank up. 3 days left for me to grind 44k seasonal coin. Grinding is where the difficulty is. Well, this is why I encourage you to get a turbo controller. A turbo controller at the beginning of the season really allows you to get all of the currency that you need. But just doing stupid glitches, like I'm fairly certain that they will be nerfing things like this. Like, I'm fairly certain they're going to be nerfing all of this XP gain. I don't think they wanted people to be getting XP like this. Also, the way that you gain XP here, it kind of reveals that everything has just been scaled exponentially. But for some reason, they've allowed XP earnings from things like the seasonal tower to increase with your level. I'm not even too sure it's based on the level of the tower. It's just a very confusing way of handling player progression here. Because ultimately, this value of 1031, it means nothing because there's no max level. Is there a max level? If you're a level 5,000, let me know. But the reason why it's so high is because they intend people to be grinding the hamster wheel every season for so long, which already sounds so arduous, especially when the player base is so small. As the player base gets smaller and smaller, matchmaking times are going to get longer and longer. Great. That's why I sort of think playing at the end of the season is kind of the best, because most people are procrastinators. That more people will be playing at the end of the season. Damn, Jaded, that title, shots fired. Well, I mean, unfortunately, like, it comes out of the word of David Zaslav. Like, he said that Gen Z primarily engages with gaming. They don't like movies, they don't like music, they don't like books, they don't like anything besides gaming. So they're making this gaming to be so easy, so tailored to them, and they're learning nothing in school. We've talked about what they're teaching children in Canadian schools here. Talos, for me personally, I see no incentive for MK1 KL. At least they gave you more in MK11. Exactly. The rewards were way better in MK11. The problem here is that there are no rewards basically anywhere, right? Like, the only thing that you really want from invasions every season is that costume number 3. Well, that it is for me. Getting costume number 3 from Combat League, it's okay. Not as good as the invasions costume number 3, or what they're now calling Titan skins for Shao Kahn and Baraka. Like, these are what we need. Because this is what they showed us in the very beginning. In the story mode. How dare they? How dare they keep these things from us? Keel, people abuse the meta. Raiden, Johnny, Ashra with Striker. What's Striker do? I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, unfortunately, I think even if you go to a higher level than thinking about just the characters that are being repeatedly used, the gameplay is all the same. All of the characters are doing the same thing. Like, think about it in MK11. If you came across a Scorpion, you know that they're going to be playing different than an Emerald Defender Jade. You also know that they're going to be playing differently than teleporting Cetrion. And that's also going to be different than Jax, right? Like, all of the characters had unique game style, gameplay. Everyone in this new Mortal Kombat 1 meta is all about doing a pop-up air combo, cameo, air combo. It's all about the combo. That's all it is, and then run away. Whoever can land that first mix-up, open up the opponent, get that 50%, burn their cameo meter, then run away. That's typically what you're seeing at low tier and high tier. OMG. I don't know how people are enjoying this. I hate the co-op mode. Remember when people assumed that was just an option that you can turn on or off? LOL. I'm not aware of what you're talking about, Digital. I loved co-op in MK11. I thought it was genius. It was genius. Injustice and Cameos killed MK. Found out Omni-Man only has rank ups to 20. LOL, Talos. We did all Omni-Man Mastery Rewards video. That was like a video we did. LOL, it's okay. Where's the stealth costumes for Kung Lao and Cage? Exactly. Chill Nation saying good things about MK doesn't make you a fan. What makes you an MK fan is when you point out flaws so that it can get better. Like, I am really wanting Mortal Kombat to eventually return to form. I really don't know if it's possible within MK1. Maybe MK2. Shit. I'm looking forward to something in 6 years. 5, 6 years. Keep it real. Good thing I don't need to play it anymore. I got Street Fighter 6. Yes, we was given a broken game. Exactly. So yes, I really think that paying attention to other games, seeing how their difficulty works, helps understand why there is no difficulty within Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1, you've seen the seasonal challenge tower is BS. Combat League is BS. It's all BS. But before we get into this difficulty discussion, I would love to say that I love that Reddit can't keep my name out of their mouths. They love talking about me. And you know what? I kind of love it too. I don't really understand what's going on Reddit. I did get an influx of people coming to the channel. It was very interesting. So yes, apparently I was on the front page of Reddit 2 days ago. They love me on Reddit. Look at this. 1.6 thousand upvotes. We should upvote it too. Yay. But I love that, yeah, like, look at this. The erasure of masculinity from Mortal Kombat. Spider-Man 2 is disgusting woke propaganda. I mean, like, but the thing is that you could change out Spider-Man 2 and put Mortal Kombat 1 and still have that title. Maybe Reddit's giving me title ideas. Is this what they're doing? Cuz it is kind of disgusting woke propaganda. Like, it's disgusting that they think that they can brainwash us. It's disgusting that they think that they can pander to me. And I know that they've gotten some of my brothers and sisters from my Wi-Fi password community. But I refuse to bend or submit. You can do all the sordid stuff you want with Reptile, but I think it's icky. I think it's icky. It is kind of disgusting. OMG, I have so many. Oh yeah, I know where to go to get all the pictures for this future upcoming video. Mortal Kombat 1 is disgusting woke propaganda. Yeah, sweet. So yeah, I have up their tweet here, or I don't know what you call things. Tweet, post. So yeah, this tweet is here with like a meme. They're the same picture. I agree. It is disgusting woke propaganda that we're seeing the erasure of masculinity. We're not seeing diversity in masculine form. There are no big guys. There are no small guys. All of the guys are of the same stature, same musculature, and typically it's not that much more buff than the ladies. Yes, ma'am. I have said that they are primed and ready for the next season of RuPaul's Drag Race. I could see them on season 16. OMG, should we do a watch party? How many of you would love to see that? But yes, crazy, crazy, crazy. Reddit's so dumb. They don't even watch the video. So I try to see, are they talking about me? Yes, they are. Let's type in Jaded Rabbit. I find it so hilarious. They got me. Look at this. Oh my god, I didn't know that this video was on the front page. If you can't find masculinity in MK men, look at MK women. Oh my god, they love me. This is so cringe. I cannot come up with a title. And it's the picture of, I guess MK1 is gay communist agenda. I think that was the name of the title or something. LOL, I love it. They just can't get enough of me. Watch the video. I would love to hear you challenge the argument rather than just the thumbnail or title. Which is really, it's cute. I love it. It's cute. So, okay, so Mortal Kombat 1 is delivered to the Gen Z demographic, and I really am worried that Gen Z is not learning important things in school. Like, once again, Soji 123. This is examples of what they're teaching my nephews who are 16 and 14. I asked them, like, what are you learning in school? And it's usually not good. My nephew's actually going to the same high school that I went to. So I asked him what he's learning. They don't have economics. They don't have American history. They don't even have fashion. Like, we had a sewing class. Like, they don't have home ec. Like, what do they teach these children? So it's just so shocking. I don't know what they're teaching the children. And this is like what my Canadian taxpayer dollars are going towards. So, okay, let me see if I can find the video, because, like, oh no, did they take it off? Wouldn't surprise me.
Often, as adults, it can seem like funny or weird, or we get uncomfortable, and so we don't want to try, or we don't want to, make a mistake, and then there's all those worries. But the more that we do, like the difference it makes is really huge. Like, I cannot tell you. I've had instances where I've sat with a young person who has never had her name and pronouns used in a small town in northern BC. Sat with her for an hour, used her name, used her pronouns, and we talked about video games, like literally nothing else, but we believed her when she told us who she was, and we treated her that way, and the difference we saw at the end was astronomical.
Like, you're in school, right? You're not learning 1, 2, 3s, ABCs, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Come on now. Like, what are you learning? You're talking about video games for hours and talking to her for the first time using pronouns. Like, teach them about history. Teach them about the War of 1812 when Canada won and we burned down your presidential house and you guys had to paint it white. Yes, let's go Canada. Like, let's teach them about history. Let's teach them about things. So this is what Gen Z is growing up with. Gen Z is growing up with the idea that you can't debate things like beauty, masculinity, femininity. Let me pull up this guy's Twitter, because I mean, like, it's so strange that, like, the typical Gen Z crowd, they're saying you can't talk about these things. Like, this is because these kids were indoctrinated in school. Okay, so it's not just Mortal Kombat fans being weird about women's looks. Well, I'm not weird about women's looks. I am critiquing the political propaganda that is occurring not just on women, on men too. And I get these comments talking about hegemonic masculinity oppressing the women, and any non-man is a woman. I die at that. So, Gen Z really has no grasp on things like mathematics, science, history, English literature, even foreign literature. Like, I remember we had to read books. Like, I read Isabel Allende. Oh my God, what was his name? He wrote 100 Years of Solitude. Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Like, we read all sorts of things in school. What do they teach children in school? this is this is unfortunate. So, like, I think, like, Mortal Kombat 1, since it is, like, catering to really this younger crowd that has no appreciation for education, for learning, for asking questions. Like, Gen Z is typically that crowd that does not ask questions, just consumes product, consume. Like, they've been raised on mobile games. That's why they enjoy Mortal Kombat 1 when it looks like this, right? Super easy, super basic. Like, this is what appeals to them, because that's what they were playing on. I don't know what is a mobile game. I don't know any mobile games. I don't play Pokemon Go, because they like the Pokemon Go. No hate on Pokemon Go, but, like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So I come from an era where difficulty is appreciated, and I think a lot of people have in their mind this idea of difficulty, and they think of, like, Elden Ring as being difficult. So I enjoy the multiplayer aspect, and I think one of the most difficult things to have ever existed, I think, in modern gaming. You could argue that certain things in World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy are tougher because you need more people participating in a raid. But typically, raids are top tier PvE content featuring co-op multiplayer, where you take on an enemy AI, usually with some sort of crazy mechanics, and then get some really top tier rewards. Really powerful guns, really powerful weapons, really powerful armor, etc. In the fighting game realm, we have seen poor imitations of this idea of what a raid is. You could even think about things like from Borderlands, where they have takedowns, where you need to abide by some mechanics to take down a mini boss and then a final boss, and there's usually phases. These are hallmarks of difficulty. Mechanics. Having difficult AI that behave differently under different circumstances. You can't tell me that the AI in Mortal Kombat 1 is difficult. This is supposed to be the hardest activity in the game for single player, right? But yet it's something that you can do without even looking at the screen. Contrast that with what we received in Mortal Kombat 11. Even Test Your Luck Towers. If you weren't paying close enough attention, you would die. Misfire with Rambo Lucality, you're dead. So dead. But here, you can't die. Like, literally. You're immune. Well, I'm immune to several elements, meaning that I take no damage. It's impossible for me to die under normal circumstances. How they try to increase difficulty in this quote unquote challenge is by having larger HP opponents. So if you take a look at the opponents we're facing, they're close to 10,000 HP. Unfortunately, it doesn't get higher than that. So even if they're trying to make the opponents harder to kill by making them more meaty with larger HP, it's really not that hard. Okay, so they've got 14,000, right? 14,000. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So you can really see here, I'm immune. The attacks are doing nothing to me. The modifiers that are active on this stage are energy rockets or electric rockets and chaos fist. Not only did they copy paste these modifiers from MK11, MKX, but where's the difficulty? Even if you're not looking at the screen and you forget to press buttons, right? All you have to do is press one button and then game's over. Right? Like, what? And if you're on PC, you can really take advantage of making your own macros to get through this. But how is this difficult? How is this difficult at all? How could there be meaning or importance or significance with player progression in a game when nothing is difficult to achieve? So what if I have 1,031 XP? Just means I'm a loser. Like, what does it really mean? And I really thought that there would be a max level cap, but there's not. But here, when you see things like other games and they have things like, raids, right? We got something close to the idea with team raids in MK11. But MK11 team raids were never as difficult as this. So let's see if we can find Atheon Challenge Destiny 1. Like, some of this stuff is like really complicated. Like, you really need to have certain team members running certain builds, and you have to do different things at different times. You have to split up your team into two groups, and then within those two groups, you have to like go inside a portal. You have to go inside a portal, get cleansed. There's all sorts of mechanics going on, and you got somewhat close to that with team raids in Mortal Kombat 11. So let's take a look at the last team raid. And team raids in Mortal Kombat 11, you can't actually do them by yourself, which was always a problem for me. Like, why could you not do them by yourself? It would be so cool to solo some of these activities. I mean, like, that's where challenge comes from. Putting on additional modifiers or restrictions, like not being able to matchmake or play with someone in a typical multiplayer activity. That's why I really liked when they added, like, solo only for group battle and tag battle for the co-op towers. But in MK11, the team raid is probably the most difficult out of the possible co-op activities. Tag battles are definitely the easiest. You face 3 modifiers. and that's about it. Not really hard. And if you can keep one person flawless, that's nice. You can carry someone. It's very nice. Actually, that's something that I used to do. Co-op carries. I would carry new players through these towers because, if you're not familiar, it can be difficult. I would say next in difficulty would be the group battle, mainly because you have to coordinate 3 people to do things. I don't want to talk too much about my number one strategies. But I will say that the team raid is the toughest because it relies on trusting your teammates as well, because you can't see what they're doing. You can see what everyone is doing in group battle, but in team raid it's just a little bit more tough. But that's where difficulty comes from the actual mechanics of how they design these things. Unfortunately, there's no added difficulty when you play Mortal Kombat 1. There are no additional mechanics. Everything is the same from the first match of Invasions all the way to level 200 and whatever I'm at in the seasonal tower. Everything is the same. Super armor, same. Modifiers, same. Nothing changes. Just the HP of the opponent, which NRS deems as suitable difficulty as you go up in Invasions to the final Mesa. It's so stupid. It's so stupid because they could have done so much more with their AI. Think about all of the ways that they could have designed each AI to be different. I think MK1 really lacks the fundamentals of a fighting game. If you recall, take a look at this. I mean, here we go. These are the fundamentals: grappling, rushdown, combos, reversals, zoning, runaway. All of the character enemy AI, even in MK11, you could abuse because a lot of them were just runaway zoning. They didn't bother to make different enemy AI in Mortal Kombat 1. They're all just zoning, run away. It's so questionable. So questionable because they have the tools at their disposal to actually create difficult enemy AI, to actually create mechanics to the game that adds variety, excitement. But they're not using it. Clearly, game was rushed. Yes, I mean, they have the tools at their disposal. They're just not using them. Why? Because they don't care. Plus, this game, Mortal Kombat 1, is meant to take you into a monetized space. It's meant to take you to a mobile game where you're going to be charged out the wazoo. I like that word now. But yes, let's go back here. Okay, so I mean, like, I talk about Destiny because this is where I get the inspiration for my channel name. The Jade Rabbit was a scout rifle in Destiny 1. I don't really care about Destiny 2. Don't talk to me about Destiny 2. Destiny 1 was, like, I think peak gaming experience before all of the loot boxes came. Like, I remember when this occurred and there were no loot boxes. This was kind of like peak gaming. This was 2014. Wow, nearly 10 years ago. I was in my 20s. But I don't think this kind of experience of doing challenges in these crazy raids will ever come close to anything that we've ever experienced in MK11 team raids. There's no teamwork required. There's no understanding of mechanics required. There is little comprehension required to do any activity in Mortal Kombat 1. You can see, like, if people aren't doing their jobs, you'll die. Like, everyone needs to get cleansed. If they don't get cleansed, they'll die. They have to go to the middle to do DPS. I remember what that's called. Sleepers sleeper stimulant. I'm gonna go with that. OMG, I remember, look, they're in a Titan bubble getting weapons. You have to get your weapons blessing. Okay, he didn't get the blessing. Oh, yeah, now he got the blessing. Yes. You have to have certain types, do certain things, you have to shoot through cages. Look how complex this is. Could you imagine if Titan battles had more mechanics? Like, I know a lot of people complain about the survives, but I actually think that survives in Mortal Kombat 1 are some of the more fun activities. Because it's more difficult. At least it's not brain dead. Although you can tell that it was designed by a brain dead team because there's just a very obvious way how things are patterned with those survives. But look! Just look! OMG! OMG, it's so cool. Yeah, I hate this. I hate that Mortal Kombat 1 will never be as cool as other games. Other games are just better. Designed better. Made better. Take a look at Street Fighter. Street Fighter actually has difficulty and mechanics to add fun and variety to its single-player experience and PvP. Drive Rush, Drive Impact, Drive Parry. There's so many things that you can do with your meter in Street Fighter 6. Can't really claim the same thing in Mortal Kombat 1. There's like one thing you can do with your meter, and that's get a combo. Or a breaker. How can I forget? Breaker or combo? Let's see. I'm trying to find battle. Here we go. Please do consider checking out the demo for Street Fighter 6. It's really, really good. So yes, here you can see there's all sorts of interesting things that you can apply to Street Fighter 6. There are battle conditions to get extra rewards. There are unique mechanics like pressure time. Check this out. Do you see that? Like, this is made by Capcom to explain to players what is pressure time. This tells you that the developers actually understood what they created. They're trying to explain to people when an opponent glows, that's your opportunity to get extra damage. You see that? You stun them, you put little birds over their head, you can do your fancy combo. Really cool, right? NRS had no idea what they were creating with the cameo system, right? Because when you take a look at the combat casts, where is it? Like when they I hate that people defend this company when the company are telling us from themselves how we're supposed to be using things like cameos. They didn't intend for people to be using cameos the way they did. So let's pull up this. This is what they're calling high-level gameplay. Right? How? Where? Where? Because they just walk forward and backwards really quickly. This is not high-level gameplay. This is what NRS thought was high-level gameplay. I'm really shocked. Because this is not what everyone is doing. And it hurts because the shills who really support this game, LOL, ketchup and mustard, they were working on this game prior to release. They saw how cameos were going to be used. Why aren't cameos being used that way in this quote unquote high level gameplay from Combat Cast number 3 Queen's Court 3 months ago? I watched all of these things, babes, because I wanted to see what they were saying about this game officially. And officially, they're dumb. Officially, they didn't even know what they created. It's just so terrible. So yeah, so either they're lying to us or they didn't know what they created. You take your pick. They lied about the capabilities of cameos, or they were too stupid to realize what they made. Please tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Look, he did a 330 combo or a 340 combo. He didn't even use Motaro. People use the cameo to get more damage. That's not how people play the game. This is a lie. They lied to us. So they really didn't understand the difficulty that they created with this game, or they lied about it because it's all meant to push us into mobile games. There's nothing to do in this game when it's so basic and easy. Similarly, this pressure time, which is a unique mechanic to World Tour, how come NRS doesn't explain super armor? How come they don't talk about super armor? So super armor is a huge problem in Mortal Kombat. I would say it's just as bad as like the bullet sponginess that they create with these meaty HP opponents with 10,000 HP. When they do things like this, it's clear that they really don't know how to design a difficult game. They don't know anything about difficulty because there is really no difficulty. Even if you do the towers on very hard, you can still abuse them with jump kicks. Like things like it's surprising how easily you can defeat hard AI. But when you come to the seasonal tower, you'll see the super armor in effect. And I think this is another place where one could argue that NRS really shipped this game trying to compete with Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is colorful. Oh, so they make Mortal Kombat 1 very colorful. Oh, so Street Fighter 6 has has this glowing pressure time. Okay, so Mortal Kombat 1 will also have glowing super armor. Oh, so Street Fighter 6 has bare feet. Oh, so we're going to have open-toed high heels. Yeah, there's just a lot of like instances where I feel like they copy paste. Also how they describe the immersive story campaign of MK1 versus the immersive story experience of World Tour. Like they even take the marketing points. But here you can see with Geras, the super armor, it comes for certain attacks. If he wants to do something, I guess not. Or maybe there's no super armor on him. I don't know. I know there's super armor on the final boss. So let's go to Natara. But much like how they try to create difficulty by having very large opponents without a corresponding increase in difficulty for enemy AI, what you've got here is the inability to land your attacks, land damage, because the opponent just has a shield. It's just a shield. It's just armor. Remember that I said for every augment build that I've created, like armor clad must always be a consideration. Armor clad is one of the most important augments in Mortal Kombat 11. But here, they've just tried to add difficulty by having the enemy opponents wear armor clad. Are you kidding me? Also, there's not an equal and opposite response of an armor breaker. There's no way to pierce armor easily in the game. Why? We had armor breakers in MK11. This is so stupid. So they just try to make things difficult by having larger HP and meaning your attacks can't hit because the opponent is armored. It's it's so brain dead. Press a button and then it's over. So yeah, difficulty. What is difficulty? Please tell me, because there's nothing difficult in MK1. Where is the skill or challenge required? And please don't talk to me about pro sports. Please don't talk to me about competitive scene. We are talking about the game modes. We're not talking about Evo. We're talking about Combat League. We're talking about Invasions. We're talking about Mortal Kombat 1. The thing that I spent $600 on. That's what we're talking about. God damn it. So yes, OMG, before we take a look at your comments, I would like to thank my brothers and sisters, my Jaded Bunny family who help keep me alive. Please do consider supporting the channel by joining the Jaded Bunny family. When you join, you get access to my #1 strategies for single player and co-op in MK11, my infinite time crystal glitch, birthday sing-song, family-only PvP, secret community. Yes, please do join. Much love to everyone in the fam, including Keep It Real, Jow Netto, Margwad, Mark Powell, Sorcerer, Just Drew, Ian's Web, Big Rigs, Ian26, Sith Kenny, Mr. Nightmare, Jens Eric Goals, David Dillman, Sentinel, Terrence Rogers, Leo, Fox, The Fiend, John Feltner, Kari Lessie, Angel, James Shea, John Clark, Danny Slaw, Energizer, J4, GCXBU Gaming, Styles, Cara D, Kokama Joe, Coffee Gamer, Jonah, Eric, Blood Ferox, Glowy, Chaka Corn, Airy, Darkside, Trokar, Mark, Danny, O Gamer, Michael G, Swishbish, Alski, Snoopy Blind, FGC, Albus Christus Mortis, Yuri, Calum, JJ, Dr. Eggman, Alina, Acenonics 85, Alan, Sideram, Ragnar, Rian Chaos, and Queen Molina. Yay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying. Why do you think this game is so brain dead? I really don't see how anyone could say that this game was made for adults when all you need to do is press a single button and then game is over. Especially if you can get a turbo controller where you can script an input and you can just program the fancy combo in. So all you have to do is press a button. Like it I fully know about exploiting things. So I'm not opposed to the idea of exploiting things, but it boggles my mind when people aren't willing to see what's in front of them. Okay, so let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. God bless you. No Wi-Fi filters, no warrior shrine. The shrine too short. The skins are different palettes. The grinding system is ass. Yes, Chill Nation. Yes. Chris, Street Fighter 6 Game of the Year. Yes, let's go. No, not menopausal Jane. I don't know what's going on in Spider-Man because I haven't played it. I don't care. I never really liked Spider-Man compared to X-Men. Give me New Mutants. Give me X-Force. And yes, give me Cable and Rob Liefeld. Yes, give me. They revoke seasonal currency every month. Of the fatalities are $10. Yes, there's a lot of money spent. I'm beyond pissed that WB NRS is doing more on mobile. Sucks so much. Thanks for exposing this. I'm sorry. It is very sad that MK Onslaught is receiving more support than Mortal Kombat 1. Honestly, if you want more content, it's the mobile games. Mortal Kombat 1 is a huge grift. It's meant to condition people into the mobile style of gameplay so that you will be more accepting of playing on your iPhone. This stupid game. This pay to win game. This is a pay to win game, MK Onslaught. Darksiders, why playing MK1 when there is MK11? So I was playing MK1 because I really thought that I would be getting to max level. I thought max level was 1000. I thought it was 1000. My mind blown that it's not 1000. Strange, right? Just True, hello. Truth 100. MK11 is better. Yes, MK11 is better. But honestly, when I look at MK11 now, I can't help but look at it through the lens of MK1. Like, how much of MK11 was meant to get us prepared for the shitstorm that is MK1, right? If they're keeping this as a live service game for longer than MK11, but MK11 had more content and rewards, like, what are they going to give to us? Oh, like, so little for so many months, for so many years? I can't. I can't even begin to think about it. So when I think about MK11, there are great aspects of it, but I really do think that out of all of the modern fighting games that I've played, I think Street Fighter 6 might be one of the best ones, just hands down. I haven't played much of Soul Calibur 6, like just practice and title menu. But yeah, like I think that Street Fighter 6, what it offers you in terms of player customization, single player experience, multiplayer, PvP, all of that. It's just there's a lot. A lot. Is it an RPG? No. Is it an MMO? No. Is it a fighting game? Yes, but it's got elements of RPG and MMO that are really well done. Like, let's go to the battle hub and see if we can make a friend. Also, I'm perplexed. Because the quick join is putting me in, like, this empty server. Why? I want to go to, like, a server where there's people and maybe make a new friend. But Street Fighter has this ability. Same goes with Tekken 8. You know, like, I do like the MMO aspect of Tekken 8. Oh, wow. All the cabinets are glowy. Oh, look, she's wearing a pretty dress. Wait, sir, could you just stand there? Let me put it in your face. Oh no, I fell. There's just all sorts of fun things to do. I love this game. Why is this? I mean, like, you don't even have to do anything. It's just hilarious. Okay, so let's put it. She ran. Oh my word. She didn't like it in her face. Come on, closer. 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 Why is Street Fighter 6 so much fun? Look, she's chowing down on it. It's way better than MK11. Can we all agree to that? Way better than, oh my god. What is this prawn hub? Prawn battle hub. I love it. Okay, society is doomed. This pronoun obsession is so stupid. We as the majority need to say enough. Unfortunately, it's enshrined in law here in Canada. Canada doesn't have the right to free speech, but maybe things can be different in America. I don't know. Brian, I have a question for you. Can you play Invasions with Turbo controller? You will have to still do the uppercut, or if you get like one of those really expensive turbo controllers, you can get the buttons pressed for you. But no. No, unfortunately. Not the one that I use. 44 watching. Can we get 44 likes? Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, 43 of you here. Please, the likes are really helpful. Or, get out. What are you doing here? Surely you like something if you're here. J-Ro, Grand Theft Auto 6 will be better than Mortal Kombat 1. I think anything will be better than Mortal Kombat 1. I think, let's take a look at this. I talk about this game. I don't know if you guys have actually played this game, but Cookie Clicker is way better than Mortal Kombat 1. Look. Cookies. Oh my god, so now we can get a cursor to click the cookie for me. It's an idle game, just like Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1, sometimes you might have to click the cookie. But a lot of the time, you can just have things clicking the cookie for you in Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, wonderful. Lethal, you sound like a Gen Zer and all. LOL. I'm not. But thank you for thinking that. I know people think that I look and sound young, which just makes me feel really good. So thank you. Keel, do you play Combat League, Jaded? Yes, I do. I do play Combat League. Will I this season? Maybe. I'm kind of waiting for I don't like playing on the weekend. I'll be honest. I think weekend not fun, but Monday. I think maybe Monday. Darksiders, please, Jaded, don't give NRS cursed ideas. Cursed test your luck towers are the opposite of amusement, not to mention servers tend to crash. LOL, Darksiders. I like them. I like difficult challenge, and I mean there is a lot of challenge in test your luck towers. The modifiers were ridiculous, yes, for sure, but they had rainbow armor. I mean, the LGBT pandering sometimes works on me. What do you want from me? They had rainbow armor in Test Your Luck. It was such an interesting concept, too, to have these type advantages really explicitly stated. If you look at the modifiers, you'll see that certain characters are weak or strong against other types. It was that's where you're getting MK1 with the elemental types. But MK11 did it way better. Yeah. But Cookie Clicker did it better too. I miss team raids. There's nothing fun to play online with me and my friends. I agree. Right? Here, look how much fun we're having in Street Fighter 6. Triple X Gaming, what's up, Jaded? Hello, MK Ryu. They will probably make Nightwolf 2 Spirit. Maybe. No, it's not high level. Oh no. Gotta get Street Fighter 6. Hope it goes on sale. It was on sale, but it'll probably go on sale again for Christmas. The only problem with Street Fighter 6 single player, it is bad. LOL. You know my opinion on that, Darksiders. I really enjoy the single player experience in Street Fighter 6. I think a lot of people don't like the idea of dressing up your own character, but I like it. I like the create a fighter experience that you get. I wish chapter 15 of Mortal Kombat 1 came anywhere close to what you can do in Street Fighter 6, Because with Street Fighter 6, you can create your own character and have access to all of their special moves in the game. You can choose which one you want, right? Like, that's amazing. Same for the aerials, same for the super arts. Like, that's amazing. Imagine if you had that degree of customizability in MK1. But unfortunately, NRS didn't really think about how to make moves for hybrids or something. That's why we can't play with all of the hybrids that they have created. That's the problem with MK. Like, they just show you things you can look but not touch. Like a really fancy stripper. You can look but not touch. I feel most of fighting franchises are trying to be alike. I have no interest in SF being MK or Soul Calibur being Tekken. OMG, Sean. What is this? I see you, Sean. Love you. Platinum, hi. Northern Star, still haven't emptied the shrine. How the hell do you mine enough gold for that? Well, I showed you I have 35 million. And don't worry, you can access the shrine next season, so there's no time limit. I'm playing MK11 right now. Soul Calibur 6 has great character creation. What's that around your waist, Lamau? It's a burrito and a chignon hair bun. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know what? Let's change. But yeah, like Street Fighter 6 single player, you have constant difficulty with the daily and normal tournament. It's better than test your luck. Enemy AI is also very different between the types of opponents that you face in the tournament. Very cool. So I think Street Fighter 6 has a lot more difficulty put into it, even though it's marketed towards T for teens. Yeah, like even this game here, not Cookie Clicker, but this one, Destiny. Even though it's marketed towards T for teens, there's so much nuance and difficulty and mechanics that you have to overcome in order to complete a raid. Look, he got teleported to Venus. And then you would have to call it out. Someone needs to get the relic. Get the relic. Okay. And then everyone has to kill an oracle? That's not how we did it. This is not Atheon Challenge, is it? Everyone has to kill an oracle. Or maybe there's someone that has to kill 2 oracles? I'm uncertain. Oh, yeah. I think someone does have to kill 2 oracles. Okay, anyways. Strange, right? Like, strange that there can be so much difficulty in games that are marketed towards T for teens, yet somehow the rated M game has no difficulty, no sex appeal, and just mindless gore. Yay! It's mindless, too, because it's copy-pasted from medical textbooks. Oh, yeah. They're copy-pasting Wikipedia. I am not disbelieving that they are not copying and pasting medical textbooks. Crazy. Okay. OMG. I thought my phone blew up. That was Destiny's first raid. I remember that all too well. Yay. I remember it too. It was a great time. Oh, wow. Okay, so yes, thank you, my friends, for joining along. Means the world that we got to spend some time together. 32 of you here. Can we get 32 likes? It really helps out. Also, subscribe the whatever the things for YouTube. Please do those. But I am praying for all of you to just have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.